Well, here's another great knife. This is actually a good boot knife because, well, it's an automatic knife, and you can see that the safety mechanism is actually this thing here. You slide it forward, and I slid it way back because I don't want it unsafe. Slide it forward, and it covers up the blade, so when you press the button, it doesn't open. Now, I don't want it unsafe because this safety is kind of in an awkward position to work it, but if you have this sitting in your pocket, since this button is like raised, you see how it's raised like that, if you press it, it'll automatically open the knife. But on your boot, it ain't going to be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't think it would be. I don't know, I guess your trousers cover it, maybe, I don't know, I don't think it would fire. But you probably just cover that, just the tip of the blade slightly, so that would be your safety. But this knife is made in Taiwan. It's not made in China. So Taiwan's got usually better quality, in my opinion. Pretty close to USA quality. Taiwan's about Japanese quality. It's good, you know. I guess a lot of times Japanese, Taiwan, USA quality overlaps. It's very solid, man. This is all one piece of, well, it's two pieces of, it's aluminum, but you can see it's like, you know, instead of having this all open over here, it's like sandwiched together. It's like one solid ass piece of aluminum. And even though maybe that isn't technically a glass breaker, could very easily be one. It's got a lanyard hole on it. It's got a slot up here. The other thing is, it's a serrated edge. To me, it's very important. I'm not sure, it's bead blasted. I'm not sure what the heck the blade material is made out of. It just says stainless steel, you know. But it's very, very sharp. So it might be better than the standard 440A. It's $15 out of Blade Play. But yeah, it's not the retail price, man. I've been looking at all the super steals, okay? So, you know, no sales tax, no shipping. That's the price, $14.99. It's a solid puppy. And, you know, the way it locks up, to unlock it, you press the button. Same mechanism. What I like about that, though, the only thing I don't like is where the position of the safety is. The safety was up here somehow. Or, you know, the other thing is, if this button is recessed, you know what the deal is with this button? If you really wanted to get down to this button is somewhat recessed. You know, if you wanted to keep the safety off of this knife, you could take the Dremel tool. Let me see something here. I think that might open it. Not quite. See that? See that? See, in other words, if you ground this down just a hair, it would work just like the Bokers. You know, the Bokers have the buttons is like a little, there is a little recess right there. So you ground this down a hair, you wouldn't really need this safety, because then you'd have to press it. You don't have to quite press it in all the way. Probably just give it so maybe it's a little more than about a 3/32 of an inch lower than this, where if you had it in your pocket it wouldn't go off. But this sticks out just a hair. So that'd be a way to get around is using the safety at all and still have it pretty safe. And it would be a lot easier to use. But it's a $15 knife, and the quality on it, I think I got the Bokers for $39. This one seems to be every bit as good as, at least, as the Boker Kalashnikov. Every bit as good. It's the pocket clip on here. Okay, it's mounted to a solid aluminum handle. It's got 3 screws in it instead of 2 screws. It's a pretty heavy stainless spring steel pocket clip. And I was just using it right now to scrape off some crap on this wood, because what I'm doing with this 2 pieces of wood, I'm making a little shelf for all the bullshit knives I got. So I can show them on here. And it's a bead blasted finish, and it's got knife tack etched in a blade. I think these little slots are pretty cool too, because, well, if you get any dirt, water, just runs right out. Yet you still got this whole piece back here all solid. Because usually they're not really like that, you know. Like these are Frank Beltrami. I mean, they're solid, but not as solid as that, man. That's pretty massive, man. That's pretty massive for aluminum, and it's flat. So it's got the finger grooves on there. It's a nice knife. You know, I'm probably going to grind this button down here though, because I ain't using that safety. I don't like where that safety's located. And that'll be my safety, the fact that this doesn't stick out too far. Just grind it down just a hair. Might not look too pretty, but so what? You know, function over. Oh, it'll look alright. It's just that to me, it's a little awkward to put the safety on down here, and I push that really back, really hard, so it doesn't go on safe. You know, I don't know. I'm going to probably grind this button down just a hair. It just sticks out just a hair, and just to cage it, yeah, you'd have a lot more to press in to make it work. So you got, yeah, you got plenty you can grind down on this shit. I just make it right even with this, right even with that. So that basically be the way the Boker Magnum works. But for $14.99 knife, I mean, Boker Magnums were $39 on sale. This one's less than half that price. I don't really see what the hell the difference is. This one even seems more solid. It just doesn't say Kalashnikov 74 and doesn't have that fancy little knife box that it comes in that looks like a Kalashnikov magazine. Freaking fires the same. It's the same stuff, man. It's a solid lockup too. No play in there. No play anyway. No lateral play. Not sure what the blade material is, but by the sharpness, I think it's better than 448. And I don't know how the hell they're making for $15. But you know, that might not be your price. You just got to look around. I mean, there's different places on the web. They don't charge sales tax and stuff, and you buy enough, they don't charge you shipping. So it's a good deal, man. $14.99 for that puppy. Like I said, I'm making something right now. This is gonna be painted in like an off-white. I'm gonna have the backstop, and then this side sticking out. It'll be about that wide, so I can lay my knives up on there like this or something. Right. Still grab them. Be good to go. Because I got so many of them right now, I'm kind of wondering where the hell to put them all, right? But probably get some more. Okay, so I took the knife, just like I said. I just did it right now. This is my Dremel tool, right? So if I press flat, it's not enough to disengage it. You can see it kind of moves it a little bit. That's if I press flat, because it's now the nub is just a little bit lower, so it's about even with this. So just like the Boker Magnum, that's the safety on the Boker Magnum, you press it right in on this itself, and it opens no problem. So here you go. So you got a knife that's the same function as a Boker Magnum, no problem, right? And you can close it real easy. So I don't need this bullshit safety down here. It's there, but I got it pushed out of the way really hard, so it's not going to get in the way or nothing. And that little modification cost me nothing. Now, if you do that and you screw it up, you screwed it up. I mean, but as you don't have a problem doing kind of stuff like that, it's a little minor modification, didn't screw nothing up. It's not like real pretty surface on here, but it's very functional. So now if I have this in my pocket, or say I have it on my boot, which is, I think it's where it belongs, right there, and the pants leg touches that, it definitely ain't going to freaking make that button go off. And even if you press it like that, it's not going to go off. If I put my thumb right on there and I'm pressing it, it's not doing shit. It's got to be right there. So that's good. That's good. So for $15 or $14.99 total cost, this thing is a deal and a half. Now I really like it. I wasn't liking that safety, but now I got a way to make it safe. And it's an automatic knife. It's got nice quality lockup. There's no playing it back and forth like this way. I don't want to touch it hard, it's sharp. And this way, nothing. It's good, it's solid. That's a solid aluminum handle. 3 screws on the little pocket clip. It feels beefy, man. Feels like it's like you can use this thing as a hammer and you're not going to break it. So this thing is sweet, man. This thing is sweet now. Good. So I've got to finish up my knife shelf here.